I do hereby make my last will and testament. If I am to be executed and thus cruelly deprived of my existence, I only ask that my remains be transported back to my home planet by my rival Time Lord and nemesis, he who calls himself the Doctor.
The Master!
The Doctor flopped onto the floor, sitting cross-legged, and closed his eyes, concentrating hard. An image appeared in his mind's eye. It was indeed his oldest and most bitter rival, the Master, a fellow Time Lord who had spent most of his lives plotting to destroy the Doctor and plunge the cosmos into chaos, his sole ambition being total dominance over all living things. Like all Time Lords, the Master could regenerate 12 times, giving him 13 lives. Most Time Lords use those lives with wisdom and caution, each life capable of lasting a few thousand years before wearing out and needing to regenerate. The Doctor himself had gone through 6 previous bodies before his current one, but the Master had used his up a long time ago. Never one to let something as mundane as death cheat him with victory, however, the Master had found a variety of ways to prolong his life, usually involving adding alien genes to his own physical makeup. It had once been suggested that the Doctor and the Master were opposite sides of the same coin. Both Time Lords, both immensely powerful and intelligent. Whereas the Doctor was honest and good, compassionate and caring, the Master was the personification of total evil, malevolent and immoral. Yet now the Master appeared to be in some sort of danger, so fearsome that he was using his last reserves of mental energy to contact the home he had rejected, in an effort to reach out to his greatest enemy. The Doctor could see, projected into his mind, a dark room with a central pillar of bright light in it. Standing erect, almost too erect at the heart of it, was indeed the Master, his saturnine features caught in a grimace of pain, clearly unable to move. The Doctor caught a fleeting glimpse of a raised area totally surrounding the column of light, a group of metallic creatures looking down on the Master. He was clearly their prisoner. A prisoner of the Doctor's other greatest foes, the Daleks. Nasty mutated blobs of living matter existing inside metallic shells, all traces of conscience and morality purged from their existence. They lived to dominate and destroy. Like the Master, they were pure evil. Unlike the Master, this time they seemed to have won. The Doctor heard the familiar metallic grating voice of the creature's leader, their supreme.
For your crimes against the Daleks, for your deliberate attempts to destroy us and usurp our rightful place as the supreme creatures of the universe, you are sentenced to extermination.
The Supreme began listing the Master's crimes against the Daleks, citing various times they had joined forces, only for the Master to betray them at the last moment when it looked as if he was in danger of sacrificing his own being for their cause. Many times before, the Doctor had thought the Master deserved all he got. Yet now, as he saw him immobile, and realized the extent of the Master's humiliation at having to contact the Doctor for help, he felt a great wave of pity for him. They had grown up on Gallifrey together, been to the famous academy together, and fled their regimented and boring lives for much the same reason, albeit with different intentions. The Doctor's reverie was broken by a sudden chorus of "Exterminate!" from the assembled Daleks, and the Master was hit from all angles by powerful energy weapons, his body contorting and twisting under the heat for a few seconds. Possibly it was just the fading echo of the telepathic message being severed. Possibly it was a result of the various chemicals and other artificial life forces the Master had used to survive for so long. But instead of simply falling dead, his body glowed for a nanosecond, and the Doctor could have sworn it turned almost crystalline before vanishing in a rush of light and heat. The link cut off abruptly, and the Doctor found himself now lying on his back, staring up at the dimly lit TARDIS ceiling, his eyes aching with the sudden termination of the projection. The President's voice purred in his head.
I think you know what you have to do.